Hey, what's going on, dudes? My name is MrRhexx and we're back with some more World of Warcraft. So today marks a monumental occasion. It is actually the release date of something that we have been waiting, not necessarily waiting, but something that we saw coming for years, pretty much since the inception of World of Warcraft, and that is the WoW token. So what is the WoW token? The WoW token is a way for any player to spend money and get in-game gold instead. It's a way for you to quite literally buy gold. And how does it work? First and foremost, you buy the token for $20. The token is then delivered to your character, either by mail or directly put into your bag, regardless of, you know, whether you have space or not in your bag. Then you put the token in the auction house, and then people buy it, right? So it actually works in a supply and demand fashion, so the price is not actually set. It really depends on how many people are actually buying it, and we'll get to that in just a bit. But first, why did we saw this coming? If you have played WoW for any number of months, years, or weeks, you probably realize just how obnoxious Chinese gold farmers are. Now, if you have been spammed by any character promoting you to buy gold, if you have been hacked by really anybody, if you have had your money and items stolen to you by a hacker, then you know how much of a problem it is. And it is something that has been happening since the very inception of WoW. It is something that I remember back in the days playing Wrath of the Lich King and being raiding with my guild, just to suddenly have one of my party members just disappear and come back 2 weeks later saying, shit, I got my account hacked. All of my items are gone, all of my equipment is gone, all of my money is gone. This is what Chinese gold farmers do. Now, let's not stereotype, they're not necessarily Chinese, but I will say that my account, one of my accounts, was actually stolen. A couple of years ago, my European World of Warcraft account was stolen, and when I finally got it back, its name and its language was changed to Chinese. So at least I can say personally that I have been hacked by a Chinese gold farmer. Other than that, I guess they could be of any part of the world. But regardless, it is a problem that has always plagued World of Warcraft, and the reason for that is it was that people wanted to be able to buy gold, but they were never able. And it is something that happens in real life too. People want to buy drugs, people want to sell drugs, people want to get drugs, and they will get drugs, and they will sell drugs. And to some degree, there's not much that the government can do to stop it. People want their drugs, and the only way to really stop it, people buying illegal drugs, is to make it legal. At some point, that is the only way to stop something like that from happening, and it is pretty much what happened to World of Warcraft. People want to buy gold, and they will, because there is an illegal way of getting it, so they will do it. So what Blizzard is doing is what I suppose governments are going to start doing at some point or another, which is they legalized the buying of gold, and this is the way of doing it. So this is where this comes from. It's something that has been coming for a while now. So how does it actually work? As I said, you buy the token for $20. What the number of gold that you are quoted here is the amount of gold that you're gonna get if the WoW token sells. It will sell, it's just a matter of when it is going to sell. At this point I haven't tried it yet, so it could take minutes, it could take hours, it could take days, probably just a couple of minutes. I don't think it would take that long. Regardless, the amount of money that you get is, it changes depending on supply and demand. Now, what does that mean, Rex? What is supply and demand? Supply and demand means that if more people are putting WoW tokens into the auction house and there are people buying it, then the price is gonna decrease because there's just too many tokens on the auction house. Nobody's buying them. They're worth less than what they're asking for in the price. But if there are more people that are buying the tokens and there are people putting them in, then they're valued more because they're just not enough to go around, so they're worth more money. This is pretty much what supply and demand means. This is pretty much what is going to happen with the WoW tokens. Now, that being said, the amount that you're quoted here, you can see that it says $30,300 or gold dollars. That amount will never change. It doesn't matter what your token actually sells for. If it sells for 1 or 2 gold, it doesn't matter. The amount of gold that you're gonna get is 30,000 gold. Now, obviously, if the price fluctuates a lot, the next time you're gonna buy a new token, you'll get a different price, but you are guaranteed to get the amount of money that you're quoted before you actually purchase the token. So that when you buy the token, you know exactly what you're gonna get in return. Now, when you, this is in the point of view of the buyer of the token. Now, if you're gonna buy it in the auction house as the guy that is gonna buy the token that you're selling, you can buy the token for really whatever it goes on the auction house, which at this point will probably be around $30,000 gold dollars. And what you can do with the token is that you can actually get free in-game time. So what the token does is that it gives you 30 days of free in-game time, so you're pretty much buying for a month. So it is a way for players to actually buy in-game time with money. It helps both sides of the equation. As the one that is purchasing the token, you get free gold, or not free gold, but you get gold. And as the one who's buying it from the auction house, you pretty much get free in-game time. So I know I've been a little bit redundant here, but just want to make sure that everyone understands how it works. Now, we're going to go ahead and buy a token so that I can show you guys how it works. This is my first time doing it, so let's check this out. Items purchased will be delivered to your inventory. If your inventory is full at the time of delivery, purchased items may be mailed to you. This will be charged to your PayPal, so it's going to be $20. Taxes may apply. And let's see if it works. Since it literally just happened, this whole update, it might not work, but it seems to be working. We got a WoW token, so we can be sold for gold on the auction house. The auction house buyer can redeem it for 30 days of the game time. Cool. So the reason they made it $20 when it'll give you 30 days of in-game time, which is worth $15, as we all know, is because they would rather you obviously just do the whole credit card thing instead of just actually buying the WoW token. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but it is a way for players to obviously not have to pay a dime if they're really good at the game, which is, I would assume, entirely possible. Now, let's go ahead and sell this.
This stuff sells itself.
Does it? Alright, so I need in-game time. Buy game time with gold. Buy a WoW token from the auction house. Redeem it for 30 days of game time. I need gold. Buy a WoW token. Sell it at the auction house. So we're gonna go ahead and sell one. Auctions. Let's go ahead and drop it. So you'll notice that by automatically dropping the WoW token, it changes the layout of the auction house, so it automatically fills it up. Tells you how much it's gonna go for. Estimate time to sell between 2 hours and 12 hours. So create it. Create auction. Once this auction is created, it cannot be cancelled and the token cannot be refunded. Create it. So that's how you do it. So if I were to want to buy one, I would go into game time and I would buy it here if I had the gold for that, but obviously I don't. Now the amount of gold that is currently set at, which is what you can see here, it was designated by Blizzard as a startup, but from now on it'll be dictated by supply and demand. So in a month or so we'll truly see how much is game time worth in terms of gold for players, and that'll be an interesting mechanic. But I want to know what you guys think of this. Honestly, I think it was a long time coming. I'm actually pretty happy that it's finally here. It's something that should have been here for the longest time. Hopefully this is gonna get rid of a lot of spam, a lot of hacking, and hopefully we don't have to deal with that anymore. And what is gonna be interesting to see would be to see if people are actually going to be playing WoW for free, because I know for a fact that there are people that are good enough at the auction house that will play it, and they'll be able to get enough gold to sustain their accounts forever without ever having to pay a dime, which, I don't know, maybe there's at least a few of you out there. Let me know if there are, because that would be pretty cool to see. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Let me know what you guys think of this. This is a pretty monumentous day for World of Warcraft, if I can say that. And we'll be keeping an eye on this in the future. See you guys next time. Something that I want to clarify before I leave, though, because I don't know if I made myself clear on this. This price that you see here will change. Okay, it depends on supply and demand. If people are buying in more than you're putting in, then this price is going to go up. And if people are putting more in than people are buying, then it's going to go down. So when you actually buy the token, you're guaranteed this price, regardless of whatever else is going on in the auction house. okay? But this will change over time. So $20 now will be worth 30,000 gold, 30,600. But later it might not be. Might be more, might be less. But whatever you quoted here, you're guaranteed to get when you buy it. Okay, just making sure that that's understood, because I think I don't know, just wanted to be sure of that. See you guys next time. Oh, you can already see that it's increasing its price, so people are really digging the free game time, it seems like.